المصاريف. الراجل ده هو المفروض ماسك الطلبه، ماسك المصاريف وماسك السيرفيس اللي محدش فينا حاسس بيها. كلنا طالعين، اي حد عنده مشكله في الجامعه لا اس يو بقى ولا سنت ولا اي حد، انت اللي تقدر بنفسك. كلنا دلوقتي طالعين الاوفيس بتاع الراجل دوت. اي حد عنده مشكله في الجامعه مش عارفاه يطلع يحلها، بدءا من زياده المصاريف لحد الباصص لحد الدورمز لحد الناس اللي بتساب في الشارع والباص تسيبها وتمشي.
How safe is leaving us on the streets? I'm sorry, how safe
We're
is
talking about that is correct. We're talking about the students. The company is assuring that they are going to protect the EC community, the EC students.
About the traffic that causes buses to arrive late, you're just going to solve it by sending buses earlier? No, it's about quality of buses. Have you heard about it? This is only one part of the
problem. But when you present the problems, you also have to be prepared to accept solutions. So let me recap solutions that we have offered this afternoon. So no one leaves thinking, well, the administration didn't actually propose any solutions. So can I let me finish? Let me finish, please. Because I want to recap what we actually offered as solutions. One, the supervisor involved with this incident will be removed. Okay. That's
yeah, you're going to get the
supervisor.
Okay, to be fair, okay? You don't know who the other supervisor is going to be.
We want them all to be easy.
Mr. Brown, you have been talking.
Talk about three things. It's not about Sharif, it's about the whole principle that we have people that are employed from outside of the university and are dealing with students in an irrespectable way. And then if we come to talk about how this is not going to happen again, we have no authority over them. This is number one.
No, you don't, but AUC does.
AUC
because
has power over
AUC can say to the provider, you need to change the person who's working with us to ensure the effective delivery of that route. So we have that.
But then you don't. These are not your employees, Dr. Brown.
No, but we have a contract with the provider.
The SLA agreement, our part of it was tardiness and coming in punctual times, and I believe one of the representatives from the transportation office clearly said that he gives a 30-minute, that the vendor has to come 30 minutes before it's time to spot. So if he's late by our time, he's 45 minutes late. So you actually give the vendor 45 minutes time span in order to come. Third point, the solutions that you have already provided are not solutions. This already been implemented and is not being implemented. So this is not a problem of fixing a problem, but it's a problem of actually managing the thing. And no matter how you get us the numbers or how you get us how many rides that you make and how many are a fault, you cannot evade or you cannot say that there is no problem. There is a problem.
I never said there were no problems.
And in the forum and the TN talk, you said we make around 1,000 trips a week. I can't remember the exact number, and these are only two problems. This is the approach you are trying, that you may think is correct from your point of view. I am trying to tell you that this is not a correct approach, because when you think that only these two buses is like something a minority, like 0.2% less than of the entire bus ride, it's not. These students have to, first of all, come for the consolidation, which spending about an hour and a half in buses in the heat. Sometimes the Wi-Fi is not working, sometimes the accommodation is not working, the buses. And they come to class expecting to study and then come back again. There's no Wi-Fi. Yeah, kaman. In order to come fulfill the entire day and then come back. We have to live up with all of these things just so that we can cover the budget deficit, accommodate the budget that has influenced the transportation committee. All that we are asking, my main problem over here, is that when these students came and there were two buses that could have taken them to the university, not only were they not allowed to enter the bus, Kaman, when they entered another bus that was apparently from another vendor, took them to another stop and not to the university. This is something that I have no explanation for. You have 8 students in the streets. I think that the priority is getting these students from their destination to university, and then we can handle whatever it is about which vendor came, which vendor was late, on another note by a certain committee in the Tuesday committee. But we don't say, oh, and I believe one of them, told me that the hotline told him, we'll give me your ID because I'm going to case you. Case you for what? These are our problems. We're not coming here enjoying, the show, or enjoying this meeting, or this is what we want to do every day, that we come here, talk to you, tell you about the service, no more. This is not what we want to do. All we want here is a bus service that gets us from our stop to the university in the best effort service that is written in the provide.
Well, that's what we want.
We've been having problems with the way the drivers deal with the students, the way the hotline deals with the students, the way the supervisors deal with the students, and I don't know how this all.
Well, I think we need to.
Now you're doing the same. That's we're talking about
I want half of my fees back. I want to ride this full semester for free because I got stranded on the street, and it was my responsibility, according to the bus driver and the bus supervisor, to reach the university on my own. It's not my responsibility. After I paid the full year, I'm supposed to expect the bus to take me to the campus. I shouldn't take myself there. So I want my fees because I didn't get the service I'm expecting. What I'm expecting from paying my fees.
But you can't expect to get half
to
a
get
year
to the
for free.
Seriously, after what happened to me, I should get the full year for free. I should expect to get to campus because I paid to get to campus. Why haven't I get to campus?
Dr. Brian, we can keep going on, and I think the rest of the students have better things to do. So I mean, we don't want to be so redundant. So at this point, the only thing that we need to admit at this point is that we have a structural problem. We have an actual problem with the bus service. It's not about just the being late. It's not about you have an actual problem. You have vendors that are actually getting other vendors to do their job. While as a student, this is not my responsibility. I sign up for one vendor, okay? You have...
No, actually, as a student, you don't sign up for a vendor. You sign up to have a bus seat available to move you on.
But you...
So they said that they're not problems, they're disasters. Having a student be dropped off in the middle of the street or in the middle of the ring road is jeopardizing student security. So we're not talking here about the student. This is what I'm saying, and this is where I come in as a union. They're concerned members. I'm concerned with student security. So at this point, Dr. Brian, I'm only asking you, I'm saying one thing, is that it surpasses the idea of having a bus problem, and having a transportation problem, and moves in the realm of jeopardizing student security. And this is something that is beyond we're not going to discuss that in a public forum because it's beyond acceptance and it's beyond anything.
I agree.